Micro condos and why this could be the next best investing strategy for you. Stay tuned as I break it all down for you. I promise you, it'll be worth it. Good day, Toronto. Welcome to another episode of Prime Property TV. So glad you could join me here today. Every week on Prime Property TV, we take a closer look at the Toronto real estate market topics and updates that matter the most to you. And in this episode, I'm going to break down and explain to you why micro condos could be the next best thing since sliced bread. No, just kidding. It could be the next best investment strategy during this market. So make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the Prime Property TV channel. The button to do so you can get awesome real estate content will be right here where I'm waving my hand, the bottom right hand corner of your screen. Look, what I'm going to present to you in this episode is going to be very controversial. You either think I'm absolutely crazy, which I think most of you will, or I'm absolutely brilliant, which I think a very fraction of you will think. But I'm going to guess that most will think I'm crazy, but do let me explain. Micro condos or any condos that's in like the downtown core that's under 500 square feet right now are completely under attack by the amount of supply that's on the market. There's so much supply that the prices have dropped significantly. I used to see micro condos trading around like $1,300 per square foot, and now you can probably get them for below $1,000 per foot. This is specifically to the downtown core where there's a lot of micro condos. The reason for this is nobody really wants to live in a small condo in downtown anymore during the pandemic, and builders have been building this type of product in the last few years like crazy. So this means tons of supply. So why am I saying this could be the next best investment? So let me give you my top 4 reasons. Number 1, there's no demand and prices are low. I've seen some micro condos out there in the downtown core going for some major discount from the peak of pre-COVID. I see some are trading at under $1,000 per foot. That's almost a 30% price drop from the peak before COVID. So you could buy low and sell high as long as you have a long-term horizon for real estate. Now you should only do this if you are a believer in the comeback of the downtown condo prices. I personally am. I've put it out there that I think prices should stop dropping in 6 to 18 months and start going up as the basic fundamentals of Toronto as a market will resume after the pandemic and the vaccine. Immigration is still going to be higher. We already saw it like 2-3 weeks ago about the announcements. The jobs are still in Toronto despite some may be able to work from home, and the students are still here. University of Toronto, George Brown, and Rochester. They're still in the city. They ain't going anywhere. So the fundamentals still make sense. Number 2, they're easy to carry. Micro condos, they're smaller, which means the cost to carry them are smaller. And that's a given, right? Because you buy for less, you pay less. But here's the kicker. The smaller the unit, the lower the taxes and the lower the maintenance fee, which means most of the carrying cost is going towards paying down your mortgage, meaning more equity at the end of the day for you. Even with the suppressed rents right now, there are condos with like $250 to $300 a month maintenance fee and $1,400 a year per taxes. That makes it almost cash flow neutral with the suppressed rents. That's why they still make sense. Whereas if you buy a larger, like say 600 plus square foot unit, the maintenance could be $400 to $500 a month and taxes could be $2,000, meaning that you're paying more to carry the property, but your rents are only marginally higher and your purchase price is also higher. So it makes sense. Number 3, you get a lower investment cost. This one is fairly obvious because the smaller the unit, the easier it is to get into the market. Your smaller your down payment. For anyone who's been wanting to buy a property in Toronto, has been priced out in the past few years, this is your chance. It's right here on a silver platter. Prices are down and you can get into the Toronto market. Of course, this is only to subscribe to my point number 1 as well. Number 4, micro condos have been very popular, meaning that they've been building them recently, which means the buildings are newer. This means that there's a very, very good chance a condo was registered after November 2018, which means that that building and the unit that you're buying is not subject to any rent control. Meaning when things go back to normal, whenever that is, if your tenant decides to stay, you can still increase your rents back to market without being stuck and rent controlled. Major plus here is that real estate is a long-term game, so that having the ability to increase your revenue and income, fantastic. Just note that the provincial rent freeze by Ford right now is for all properties regardless of whether you're under rent control or not. It's a provincial freeze. But when it's lifted, the building you bought, if it's after November 2018, will not be under rent control. Now, what I said before is not for everyone, but for those who understand the 4 reasons I provided in this episode, this could be a good opportunity. To see if this is the right fit for you, you can book a call with me. I'll put the link in the description below and right here. It's www.chatwithzen.com. Remember, this isn't for everyone and there is different strategies, especially investing strategies in real estate for what you're trying to do that varies on what your end goal is. Now, I am the belief that for anyone who missed out on the Toronto condo market, especially in the downtown core, and have always wanted to own a property in Toronto proper, this is a great opportunity for you. Hopefully this gives you some ideas to spark a little bit of curiosity and creativity. Until next time, your move, your future. Now that you're done watching this one, how about this one? Oh, you know what? This one's good too. Ooh, this one's really good. You know what? Just watch them both.